Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Seeing as Halloween isn't too far away, what I thought to do for this video, I thought I'd show you me Halloween collection. You know, the movies involving Michael Myers and some of the Jamie Lee Curtis in. Without further ado, these are the ones, by the way, the ones I like the most out of the whole Halloween movie franchise. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So the first one I'd like to show you is a DVD set I bought quite a few years ago, and this is Halloween 25 Years of Terror. So yeah, this has got quite a few extra features on here, guys. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 discs. I'll just show you the back of it there, just to show you. Look at all those special features there, guys. Absolutely mouth-watering if you're a Halloween fan, yeah. Love Halloween, like, you know, the original movie, the 1978 one with Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasence. That's right up there in my top 10 all-time favourite movies and that. And, you know, the shape of Michael Myers and that, oh, real creepy character and that, you know. First watched it on me colour telly, you know, in the early 80s and that. And from that moment on, you know, when I first saw it, I became, a huge fan of the franchise. Yeah, so this has got, as I say, over 7 hours of special features on this, guys. Yeah, so I've had this quite a few years and that, you know, and I love that cover, and I'll just open it up for you. It's actually got a little comic in as well. Quite good, guys, if you're into comic books. Yeah, go. Fantastic series, Halloween, yeah. One of the best horror franchises ever made and that, you know. Yeah, so that's the booklet. I'll just show you the inside of it. Same cover. And you get there's all your discs. Yeah. And so I've had this one for quite a few years and that, you know, and I wouldn't part with it because it's got all the special features on. All the Halloween movies are covered in that, you know. They've got like the panel discussions and that, you know. Yeah. The documentary 25 Years of Terror, Horror's Hallowed Ground, an exclusive tour of the Halloween series, and clips of you know, horror conventions and at the panel. Oh yeah, loads TV spots, yeah. So if you love Halloween, I highly recommend you get yourself a copy of this, yeah. So that's Halloween, the definitive edition of the horror classic 25 Years of Terror. Now, of course, you know what I'm going to start with, don't you? Yeah, and that is, of course, the original Halloween from 1978. Absolute classic movie. Could sit here all afternoon uttering superlatives about this horror classic and that, you know, yeah. And really great to have this with this lovely slipcover. Yeah, really made up with this one, guys. Never get tired of watching this movie. And of course, it's such a staple of me, you know, growing up like as a horror fan and that, you know. And there he is, the notorious Michael Myers and that, you know. It's got everything, this movie. I like the Halloween autumnal setting and that, you know, when they're walking along and the leaves blowing across the ground and that, and Myers, you know, lurking in the shadows and that, you know. Oh yeah, it's got everything what a horror fan could possibly want and more and that, you know. And it's got real tension, you know, real scares and bucket loads and that, you know. Yeah, absolute horror classic. That is the very first Halloween movie from 1978. Love Donald Pleasence as well as Dr. Loomis in these movies. The next one up is lovely addition from Scream Factory, and that is Halloween 2. Now, I know they made one recently called Halloween, which is supposed to be a direct sequel to the first Halloween, and he wanted to ignore all the ones in between the original Halloween and this new sequel. But for me, this is the sequel, Halloween 2. Absolutely love this movie. Again, just like the other one, I've watched this many times, and I was really excited to get this edition from Scream Factory. Yeah, again, got some great special features there, guys. Yeah, absolute dream of an edition, this. Yeah. 2 discs loaded with Scream Factory extras, including a rare TV cut of the film with alternate footage, the making of documentary, 2 commentaries, and much more. So I'll just show you it's got the reversible artwork as well, guys, there. Yeah, the original cover. I always remember that, getting excited seeing that when I got my VHS recorder in 1986 and seeing that on VHS and that. It was one of the first movies when I rented out, you know, when I got my VHS recorder in 1978. Yeah, love the setting. I love the change of setting where they put Myers in the hospital and he's going around the corridors and that. You know, hospitals can be really creepy of a night and that. You know, if you ever been in a hospital late at night and that. You know, and this really piles on the atmosphere and the tension. And some of the kills are quite near the knuckle and that. You know, yeah, quite horrific. Yeah, and of course Jamie Lee Curtis, she's on the money again, as is Donald Pleasence. As you know, as Michael Myers' arch enemy and psychiatrist Dr. Loomis and that. Yeah, fantastic sequel to Halloween. Yeah, and in my book, as I said before, this is the sequel to the original Halloween. Yeah, so that is Halloween 2, and that is from 1981. Yeah, love this edition by Scream Factory. Next one up is, I haven't got Halloween 3, by the way, because that didn't feature Michael Myers, as you'll probably know if you're a Halloween fan. But the story wasn't bad in that, you know, yeah. I did have it on DVD a couple of years ago, and I might get it on Blu-ray eventually and that, you know. But as I say, it didn't feature Michael in that, you know, it's an entirely different story. But pretty good movie, yeah. So the next one I'd like to show you is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't bad in that, you know. It wasn't as good as the first two and that. Yeah, it was okay. You've got a couple of special features there, guys, if you want to have a look at them. Yeah, The Return of Michael Myers. It was nice to see him back again and that, you know, after so many years absence and that, you know. And I love that cover. Yeah, absolutely love that cover. So there you go. That is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Next one up is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Yeah, again, love that cover. And again, thought it was okay, but not quite as good as the first two and that, you know, yeah, not a bad movie in that. It's great to have them on Blu-ray and that, you know, yeah. Got some bonus features there, guys, if you want to have a look at them. Yeah. As I say, yes, it's not a bad movie in that, you know, but as I say, I do prefer the first two and that, you know, yeah. So there you go, that's Halloween 5, and that is the Revenge of Michael Myers. Next one up is Halloween 2000, 20 years later. Now, as you will probably know if you've seen this movie, this brings Jamie Lee Curtis back into the franchise and that, you know. It's many years on from the original Halloween, yeah, and that, you know. Yeah, and this one, she plays like, she plays a headmistress of a private school, yeah, Laurie Strode, and she's still struggling with the horrifying 20-year-old memories of the maniac killer, Michael Myers, yeah. You know, pretty good movie in that, and yeah, she's got like a son and that, you know, and he's quite rebellious, yeah, and he got his girlfriend, yeah, and then you got the school security guard and that, yeah. But yeah, I've got a couple of special features there, guys, to show you. There you go. Yeah, I say it's great to see Jamie Lee Curtis back, you know, reprising the role as Laurie Strode and that, you know, yeah. But there you go, that is Halloween 2000, 20 years later. Now, the last one I'd like to show you is the Rob Zombie remake of Halloween. There you go, the uncut version. Love that cover, guys, yeah. Hope to get this on Blu-ray eventually, yeah. Yeah, it was much more explicit and it went a bit more into Michael's background in this one. Some people prefer this one to the original, and of course some people say it's rubbish that compared to the original. I sort of like both of them. They're all good in their own different ways, but of course, you know, at the end of the day, nothing can really top the original Halloween from 1978. But I love both of them. You know, I like the way the different path he went down on this and that, you know. And Michael's really brutal in this and that, you know, yeah. Excuse me. You've got your special features there, guys. I want to take those in. Yeah, this is loaded with over 1 hour of bonus features and includes an alternate ending, yeah. As I say, yeah, it's quite a good movie in its own right and that, you know, yeah. And yeah, I hope to get this, like, you know, eventually on Blu-ray and that, you know, yeah. So that's the last one I've got to show you, yeah. There is a couple, if you most probably noticed, there's a couple that's missing from my collection. That is the Rob Zombie Halloween 2, which I didn't much care for and that, you know, because I didn't like the part with the horse and that, you know, it didn't really make sense to me, so I didn't bother getting that one. Didn't, you know, for my collection, yeah. And then you've got the Curse of Michael Myers and that, but again, I didn't really like the path they went down. They sort of like took him down, sort of like this sort of like rather, you know, rather strange path, the storyline and that, you know, yeah. But I don't want to go into too much into it in case you haven't seen the movie, but yeah, I didn't you know, I let those go and that, you know, yeah. But they're my favourites and that, yeah. So again, so just to recap, And Halloween, 25 years on. Classic. Halloween, 1978. One of my all-time favourite horror movies, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Halloween 2, Scream Factory Edition. Fantastic sequel to Halloween. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Halloween 20 years later. And the Rob Zombie Halloween Uncut. Yeah. Oh, there was just one more Halloween movie I omitted to mention, and that is Halloween Resurrection, which I didn't like. Again, I wasn't too keen on that one because I didn't like the way the Jamie Lee Curtis character, Laurie Strode, they killed her, like, sort of like at the beginning of the movie, and that, I thought it was a rather sort of like abrupt way to sort of like end the character Laurie Strode and that, yeah. So I didn't really care too much for that one. And I didn't really care too much for the fact that he put Michael in this sort of like house, like Big Brother, and he was stalking all these participants in this house and that, I thought the story was a little bit like far-fetched and that, but yeah, so I haven't added that to my collection yet. But they're my favourites, the ones I've just shown you, yeah. Oh yeah, fantastic story, Halloween. John Carpenter was really on the money when he made that movie, yeah. Fantastic, especially the first two, they're my two favourites and that, And then, of course, I haven't got when they remade it a couple of years ago when he brought Jamie Lee Curtis back. I did have that on Blu-ray, but I let it go because although it wasn't a bad movie, some of the aspects of the story, like, I found a little bit sort of like hard to swallow and that, but yeah, it wasn't a bad movie, but I thought, like, really they should have called that, maybe instead of just Halloween, they should have called it like Halloween, something like Halloween whatever, 8, 9, 10, whatever, and what they should have done with that, they should have carried on the Laurie Strode character from Halloween 2, from the early 80s and that, rather than sort of like ignoring all the movies between Halloween 1978 and then just jumping straight along to that. Yeah, I didn't really like that, and I know I echoed the views of many horror fans in saying that. Yeah. But anyway, that's my Halloween collection, guys. Yeah, I believe they're making 2 more Halloween movies now, but obviously with the coronavirus crisis, they've been put back. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the characters in those movies. Jamie Lee Curtis' character and Michael Myers' character and that, yeah. Love Halloween and that, say, especially the first 2 and that, yeah. And so there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me Halloween movie collection. And do you like Halloween? What's your favourite Halloween movies? What do you think of Jamie Lee Curtis in the role of Laurie Strode? Donald Pleasence as Dr. Loomis, and all other aspects of the story, what you like and that, please feel free to share your comments below. Yeah. Fantastic franchise, Halloween and that, yeah. Okay, guys, well, that's it for now. If you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comment, and all going well, I'll talk to you all again in the next video. Stay safe.